substance have a side effect. They can give you a short-term memory. It erodes your ability to think far. You see, when you are in the season of plenty, you can never imagine scarcity. I'm not talking of finances. Who would have imagined that a day will come where the gathering of the saints will have to be suspended for a while? You could drop on a bike and say, I thought they'll pray for the sick. Bros, see you later. And the Spirit of God is saying, use this time now. Now that you have brethren to pray with you. If you pray and you are lazy, you see someone seal, that seal will cast out that spirit of laziness. You get back to prayer. While God was saying, pray that prayer. Now, please don't feel bad. You didn't know that your father was on his way transiting. The breadwinner of your family. When the Holy Ghost was telling you, now that you have the opportunity, there is a prayer department, there is koinonia, build capacity. You didn't know that you were just 2 years left to be the breadwinner of your family, whether prematurely. Others will be sleeping and the Holy Ghost will say, wake up. It will not always be like this. The seasons of opportunity. Everybody is inviting you, placing a demand on your grace. You are using artists. There are all kinds of invitations. You are a man of God, Apostle Joshua Selman. There are all kinds of invitations. And you are carried away by the deception and the fame that it will always be like that. Remember Pharaoh's business is happening. Everyone who would have known that one day Bill Gates will no longer be the wealthiest person. Did you know how much he was worth that time? Did you know how much Jeff Bezos was worth?
Hi guys, today we'll be making Nutella cookies, which is so delicious. If you're a Nutella lover, this is for you. Let's begin. You will need 1 egg, 1 cup of Nutella, which you can get at any local grocery store, and it's actually cheaper if you buy it from Costco in a bulk rather than singly. Next, you are going to add 1 cup of all-purpose flour and mix everything very well. Mine came out a little bit dry, but it still worked out for me. This recipe is very forgivable. Then you're going to roll the cookies into whatever size that you want. I just picked this size because it was a good size for me. And then you're going to take a cup and you're going to smash it just like so.
Some say it's an attack. Some say this is unfair. But it is the reality of the dream of Joseph. So God is telling you, my dear, build capacity in prayer right now. Oh God, just send the man first, and God said, forget about the man. Pray. I'm not a prophet of doom, but you didn't know it will take you 5 years before your first child will come. And after year 1, year 2, he said, Lord, where are you? And he says, you just pray. And you found out that your prayer bank was empty.
Then once you're finished flattening all the cookies, you're going to pop it into the oven for 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 minutes. After, let it sit on the pan for about 5 minutes before you transfer it to a cookie rack or your serving plate. And that's it. It's really easy. What's your favorite kind of cookie? Let me know in the comments, and your favorite cookie can be responsible for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys! Click to subscribe for more awesome recipes. Like and share with your friends.
say, Lord, am I not serving you? Listen to me. It will not equally be easy. The deception that comes with the years of plenty is complacency. The deception that comes with seasons of plenty is complacency. Living for the now. Living for the now.
Hey guys, it's Lainey here. Now, I love it when you guys suggest recipes because you guys give such great ideas and suggestions. So thanks to you guys for suggesting this recipe. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button below to get all of my latest recipes first. Let's begin. So in a mixing stand, add the cream of tartar, salt, and egg whites and beat it at high speed until soft peaks form. Then gradually add the granulated sugar 1 tablespoon at a time while the mixer is on high speed. Now once the stiff peaks form, turn off the mixer and then sift the unsweetened cocoa powder in the bowl.
The Holy Ghost is a pure capacity. Now you are in a position where you will have to trust God.
Next, fold in the unsweetened cocoa powder, and by doing that, just take the bottom of the batter and then just put it on top. Don't mix it, just kind of fold it in.
Complacency is the mistake that people make. Some of you have been in your life
And then you're going to add the mini chips and fold it in as well.
Some were people who just love you, like the gentleman or was it the lady who was sharing here. Anything he says, someone just sent him an alert.
Next, I grabbed a piping bag and filled the piping bag with the batter, and then I piped the cookies onto parchment paper. Now, if you really want the cookies uniform, you can print out a template, which I listed in the description box, and place it underneath the parchment paper. Now, don't forget to remove it before you bake it. And then in a 300-degree Fahrenheit oven, bake the cookies for about 40 to 45 minutes. And once it's finished baking, it should be easy to remove from the parchment paper if baked thoroughly. Oh my goodness, guys, these cookies tasted like espresso cookies. I have no idea how that happened, but it tasted amazing. So those of you who have never tried meringue cookies, it actually just melts in your mouth when you take a bite into it. It was so delicious. Now these cookies were a bit on the sweet side, but I'm just amazed.
Tragedy strikes, and everybody who is a support system for you is gone. And then you begin to complain and say, God is not fair. Remember Pharaoh's dream. There are men and women of God all around the world today. Once upon a time, their names were household names.
How it tasted like coffee. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. You're the best. I love you all and happy baking.
I used to know that person.
Bye, guys.
Know about that person, and I was
Guys.
shocked and surprised when I saw that person in the congregation. It made me to think about my own life. It was a shadow. I've had the privilege to travel and be with people who were household mates and friends. And sometimes you look at them and you cannot imagine. I've seen politicians like that. When they won election, they didn't know what to do with the 7 years of plenty. They were just sitting and
Hey guys, it's Lainey and welcome back to my channel. It's Ask the Bakers time, and for those of you who don't know what Ask the Bakers, here's a video where I talk all about it and you can check that out. It will give you all the details. So I read, thought, and listened to all of your questions that you have commented in my last video, and instead of answering only 2 questions, I'll answer 5 and maybe a bonus one at the end. So Latika, I'm assuming that you're asking about my cookie recipes. Now, I'm sure you already know, but just for those of you who don't know, butter is 80% fat and oil is pure fat. So whenever you replace the butter with oil, you need to only replace about 3/4 of it. So if you have 1 cup of butter, only use 3/4 cups of oil. So I've done this many times. I didn't have any butter and I replaced it with oil and it was really greasy and really gross. Just remember to do that. Or I prefer you doing is find a cookie dough recipe.
7 years of famine represent seasons of constraint, seasons of inconvenience, seasons of scarcity. 7 years of
That is
famine
oil based, so you have an idea how it will taste like and how much oil to add. So yes, you can use a microwave oven and it will turn out the same. Now just to clarify, microwave and microwave oven, 2 different things. A microwave oven not only warms food, but it bakes. A microwave just only warms food. So make sure you choose the bake method whenever you want to bake something. Also, temperature and the settings should be the same as whatever my recipe calls for and it will turn out just perfect. And also, I actually do have a few recipes that I use a microwave oven. I will link that in the description box just for you. This is such a common question that everybody always asks me on my channel, and I'm so glad that you asked this question. So in a nutshell, let me tell you what I found on Pinterest, which I'm very visual, so I'll just show you this.
Wow, what is this strange breath that I'm taking? I used to run marathon. When?
So that's basically the difference between baking powder and baking soda. I hope that helps. I'm very visual, so I hope this helped you guys too. This is another good question. So Nicole, if your butter is already room temperature, in a stand mixer, it should take only about 2 to 3 minutes. If you're doing it by hand, it's going to take a little bit longer than a lot of elbow grease, especially if the butter is not softened. You can also soften it in the microwave for about 10 seconds, and that will help soften the butter. If you're mixing powdery ingredients like all-purpose flour, baking soda, baking powder, that's just a quick whisk, like 15 seconds. However, if you're making anything else, honestly depends on the recipe, and I usually just eyeball it and it usually turns out okay. However, if the recipe asks you to be specific, like mix for 7 minutes, mix for 7 minutes. Or to use a paddle versus a whisk, just follow the recipe and eyeball it. What's really neat about watching YouTube videos or having images, you can actually see it. That's why I love YouTube. I hope this answers your question. So this is a really good question. I get this question a lot. Baking supplies would be measuring cups, measuring dry ingredients, measuring cups for measuring liquid ingredients, 2 sets of measuring spoons, because if you lose one, you have another one. So I buy an expensive one and a nice one. Or an expensive one and a cheaper one. A cooling rack, rubber spatula, very helpful, and a wooden spoon to mix everything. And then having a handheld mixer is very helpful. So those are like a few of my top favorites or essentials for baking. So Sophia mentioned to share some personal things about myself. 1, I have a second channel for those of you who don't know. And I'm actually going to be vlogging till Christmas, so 12 days of Christmas. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. I want to own a bake shop or a cake shop that sells baking supplies someday. I don't know if that will happen soon, but I would love to do that. I have 2 dogs, Foxy and Hans. I love going on mission trips. I go on them probably at least once a year, and I just went recently to the Philippines and it was amazing. I loved it. We held a health seminars. We also did like a children's vacation Bible school, 2 health screening or 2 days of health screening. So we had doctors, nurses, optometrists, and pharmacists to come out. I have been doing this since 2007 and it's been amazing. And I did vlog about it, so I will share with you guys that very soon. Oh, and I sing alto. Here is my sisters and I sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to JR. Happy birthday to you. To one of our friends just recently, if you followed me on Snapchat, you know that. So follow me on Snapchat. Let's be friends. So that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy this series, Ask the Bakers. If you have any more baking questions, please let me know in the comments and I will answer them next month. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you and have a happy holidays.
Many elderly people go to their graves in pain. There are many books written as a warning to generations coming to say, don't make the mistake I made. I had opportunities. Some people, some of our loved ones were raised by missionaries. They were the only ones who were born again at their time. And yet they still failed. How many people traveled abroad? When Nigeria passport was really something to talk about, they went abroad and returned like criminals.
Hi guys, it's Winnie, and this month we have something special going on. On my channel, I will be uploading 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I have Fifi here today from the Divine Hostess, and we will be asking a series of questions. She doesn't know what questions I'm asking, and I don't know what questions she will be asking. So we'll film the first half on my channel and the rest on her channel. So let's begin. So my first question is, do you have any funny Christmas memories?
Okay, so I have one when for senior year we were supposed to do like a little volunteer project and go caroling in the neighborhood. So we were caroling in the neighborhood, a familiar neighborhood near the high school, and all of a sudden this guy comes out on the roof dressed like Santa and starts like dancing to like In Sync Christmas, and we're laughing like, who is that guy? And one of the people we were out with, it was her dad.
Oh no!
So funny for us, embarrassing for her, hilarious. We'll never forget. It was hilarious.
How long ago was that?
Oh gosh, had to be 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. You said high school, right? Oh, okay, yeah. So my favorite funny memory is we usually play Christmas games at my house, and we have the word Christmas spelled out, and there's a question that was asked, and I think one of the questions was, not a cat, not a mice, but, and then you spell out the word, and the word was mixed up, but you have to be there. It was really funny. So anyway, my next question is, have you ever built a gingerbread house?
Yes, not successfully, which is amazing because I'm an engineer, but no, not successfully. I mean, every year I do it, but it takes some patience, and I think for me, like, sometimes it would be falling apart, and then sometimes I would just be eating the ingredients a little too fast too, but it's a fun process for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, how about you?
No, I haven't, surprisingly. I've seen people, and I've seen really nice ones, but I'm kind of scared.
Now listen carefully. Analyze the problem. The Spirit speaketh expressly in the church. Now is
to try it just because I know that it will look ugly.
I'm with you.
But we'll see this Christmas. I just might do one. Next question is, what is your favorite winter beverage?
Okay, so I kind of drink this all year round, but anything with like ginger, so like ginger tea, kind of like cider is pretty high on my list. Definitely like apple cider, so I'd go with that one.
Do you make it yourself?
No, I've never made it myself.
You should get it from
Starbucks or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
My favorite would be the caramel macchiato. No, caramel frappuccino.
Oh.
Yeah. Salted caramel frappuccino. That's what it's called. And it has to be cold. I don't know why I like it cold, but that's my favorite winter beverage.
Such a Southern Californian.
Right.
Drink.
Okay, next question. Do you like staying in your PJs or dressing up during Christmas?
Well, I stay in my PJs until like I absolutely have to change. Because at some point
Kliv in när du vill.
visit like family. So yeah, I stay until the very last minute and something comfortable and warm, and turn the heater on for some reason. I have no idea why. Even if it's hot outside, but it's just like the whole warmth and the house and Christmas feel. And a lot of times our parents buy us pajamas anyway, so it's kind of like, yeah, it goes with it.
Nice. I like dressing up. Yeah, I do like wearing my pajamas, but usually I'm just dressed up for Christmas. Yeah, jeans and a shirt, but that's dressed up for California, right?
Right.
California.
But still with flip-flops, right?
Yeah, with flip-flops too. Are you a candy cane person or a gingerbread man person?
Definitely gingerbread man. Candy canes are decoration. They are not for eating.
Really?
I mean, for what? Like, I don't know. I'm not a fan, and like, I just buy a bunch of colors. I use them for decoration, but
I agree. I just use that for like wrapping presents. I put that as
Yes.
a decorative thing, but I go with gingerbread man as well. Thanks, Fifi, for joining me today. I really enjoyed getting to know you and some of the Christmas things that
and so on and so forth. But here's the point. We're going
that
back
you
there
like
now.
doing. And I want to tag all of you and some of my friends on YouTube who cook. I will put your names in the description box, so go ahead and check there. So don't forget to head over to her channel where we will do more Christmas questions. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
Usually it's hosted at my house. My mom, we do like a cookie decoration.
Take part of your energy. Take part of your access. Take part of
Party,
your
so
honor.
all the kids in the family come over.
When the honor is there, he says save and invest. It's a business language, but tonight it has nothing to do with business. That you can save part of every good thing God gives you, and there is a way you can invest.
Hey guys, it's Lainey. It's July, no bake month, and today I'm sharing with you another ice cream recipe, but it's not your usual ingredients. It's totally different, but it tastes so delicious. Let's get started. So in a blender, add the sweetened condensed milk,
41 verse 47. Now watch this. It says during the 7 years of abundance, the land produced plentifully. Joseph collected the food produced.
add the sour cream, and I know you guys may think sour cream, I promise you barely can taste it, and then add the lemon. Then you're going to blend it for about 3 minutes or until everything is nice and creamy.
Like the sand of the sea, wise man.
Then pour the mixture into an ice cream container, or you can use a loaf pan, and then securely wrap it with plastic wrap and then place it in the freezer, and it is best if you freeze it overnight. And that's it, guys.
Almost finished.
Almost finished. What else can that be? You're going to dip it in yogurt?
You reckon that?
So pretty.
All my life I've wanted to have a big family Christmas.
Remember, we're happy to be here.
It's gonna be a very good Christmas.
Years of famine came.
So I'm sure you're wondering how it tastes like. It is very creamy. It almost tastes like frozen yogurt, almost, but it's so creamy. My sister suggested to drizzle some honey on top. She said it tasted even better, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. And thank you to all of you who have been sending me my recreations. I love checking them out. Here they are, and if you do make some, please tag me. I'm Simply Baking. Thank you again for watching.
It's good to encourage yourself. It is good to encourage those you lead. It is good to encourage those you mentor. But beware of prolonged celebration of success. It can be dangerous. It can switch to the other side of the what's his name now? Herod and all those people. And say, where are those stupid people that thought I won't come back to life? No.
Hi guys.
He came back to life
Today
straight.
we will be making white chocolate Oreo stuffed cookies. Let's begin. In a large bowl, add 3/4 cups of white sugar,
I've been enthroned, no problem.
3/4 cups of packed brown sugar, and aren't these hearts so cute? 1 cup of butter or margarine softened,
Using their face
1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 large egg. Then you're going to mix it with a beater, or you can use a wooden spoon or a regular spoon. Instead of using all-purpose flour, I used something called self-rising flour, which already had baking powder and salt in it, so I didn't need to add it. If you don't have self-rising flour, you can read more about what kind of flour you can use on my blog, which will be linked in the description box. In the same bowl, add 2 1/4 cups of self-rising flour. Then you're going to add the white chocolate chips.
You will see a teenager just arise and do something that will surprise them. Please give us that scripture. We're walking scripture now.
Continue mixing with a spoon. After you're finished mixing all the white chocolate chips, grab 1 Oreo and grab the cookie dough, and you're going to roll it up into a ball. Once you're finished making 2 of them, grab your Oreo and you're going to mash it together. Be careful not to press too hard because you might crack the Oreo.
Everybody look at it. There's something about your life.
And once you're finished, you're going to place it on your cookie pan.
Your relevance has come to an end.
Make sure you leave enough room for it to spread out. You're going to bake it for 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 14 to 16 minutes. And this is how it's going to look like when it's finished. Transfer it to a cookie rack after 2 minutes sitting on the pan this year. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!
While it is day, for the night coming when no man can walk again. The 7 years of abundance. Look at me. Dear preacher, it will not always be like that, that the whole world will keep giving you invitations every day. Keep coming. It's not because you are backsliding. It's because there will always be another generation. You are not the only one God anointed. There are people who are rising too. Oh, Elijah, do not forget that there are other prophets under Obadiah's custody. They will also arise. Oh, businessman, you may be great, but one time there is a Zuckerberg on his way coming. There is a Google on his way coming.
Hi guys! I love subscription boxes. I love getting them every month, and this month I reached out to My Baker's Box and they were kind enough to send me a box. In the box, there are baking products such as cupcake supplies, edible sugar, cookie cutters, and much more. So let me share with you what I got in my box. Here's an overview of all the items that are in the box. So this first item is a mini cone. I actually don't know if they sell mini cones in regular stores, but this box comes with 8 pieces and unfortunately one broke on the way to me. So this is a mini chocolate sauce jar and you just put it over ice cream. And the best way to use it if you melt it in the microwave and then pour it on top like a fudge. I was very excited with the cookie cutter. It was pretty solid and this alone usually costs $5.99. So these are mini ice cream cups. Just place the ice cream in there and then pour the chocolate fudge. Perfection. This box came with brown sprinkles and these can fit either on all of the cones or the cups. And then it came with these sugar candies. These are so cute. These would go great if you put them on top of the ice cream. And here are the rest of the sprinkles. They fell out of the bag unfortunately, but I was still able to use them and you will see them on my Friday's video. Then there are 2 postcards with instructions and ideas on how to use the items that you received. Thank you so much My Baker's Box for sending me this box. Also, here's a little sneak peek of tomorrow's video. I actually used some of the items that My Baker's Box sent me. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on tomorrow's upload. Bye guys!
Then all of a sudden, your husband began to have pressure from his place of work because the promotion that was due him would not be given. And in reaction to that,
Hey Simply Bakers, welcome back to Simply Bakings. Today on Simply Bakings, I will be sharing with you how to make this delicious dairy-free coffee cake. It's super duper easy, and most likely you have all the ingredients in your pantry. And to complement this recipe, I have Purple Carrot sponsoring this video. It's 100% plant-based meal delivery service right to your door. But more about that later. Let's get started with the recipe. So first, we're going to make the crumb topping. So in a large bowl, you're going to add the all-purpose flour, a third cup of brown sugar, a third cup of cane sugar, and if you can't get cane sugar, feel free to use granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, a 4th teaspoon of salt, and please don't ask me why I tapped the salt into the bowl, I have no idea why, and half a cup of vegan butter.
Go back to 55. Let's go there. When all Egypt began to feel the famine, the people cried unto Pharaoh for food. Then Pharaoh told all the Egyptians, go and meet the man that knows what to do. Meet the man that took advantage of my dream. So when there is famine, there are people.
So then you're going to grab your spoon and you're going to mix it until it is well combined. Now there are several ways to do this. I like a clumpy crumb topping on my coffee cake, so I didn't mix it thoroughly, but if you really want it to be very fine, keep mixing it until it resembles kind of like a crumble. And once you're done with this, you're going to set this bowl aside. So let's talk about Purple Carrot. Purple Carrot is a meal delivery service that is shipped right to your front step, which I love, and it has recipes and ingredients for you to cook for the week. It's 100% plant-based, which is great for my lifestyle and my husband. I do have a special link for you guys to Purple Carrot with a coupon code, and I will place it in the description box if you want to find out more. Okay, so let's get back to the recipe. So in a small bowl, you're going to add half a cup of almond milk, half a cup of canola oil, vanilla extract, and apple cider vinegar, which is key to this recipe, so do not omit this ingredient. And then you're going to mix it when you're finished. So we're going to continue making the cake batter, and in another bowl, you're going to add the all-purpose flour, half a cup of cane sugar, and cane sugar is healthier. It's definitely vegan, especially if you get the organic version. Next, you're going to add baking soda and baking powder. Now, make sure you add only half a teaspoon of baking powder because, the recipe will not turn out well. And then you're going to add 4th teaspoon of salt. Don't forget the salt, it's important. Now, take the wet.
Once upon a time, areas of Palestine and the rest, these were places where mighty things happened. But today you want to call upon the name of Jesus on those soils. It may be at the expense of your life.
Ingredients, and you're going to add it to the dry ingredients. And then you're just going to mix it until just combined. Do not overmix. That's important too. Okay, story time. So the first time I made this recipe, I accidentally added too much baking soda. Bad idea. It had a bitter aftertaste, like anytime you accidentally add too much of baking soda. So don't do that. Make sure you add the right amount. Okay, so let's go back to the recipe. So next you're going to add the batter into the 8x8 inch pan. I like to make things easier for me, so I add parchment paper. I have a ton. I always buy in stock whenever it's on sale. Then you're just going to even it out and then add the crumb topping. I just sprinkled it on top at first and I realized I'm just going to use my hands or my fingers. So go ahead and sprinkle it on top, and then you're going to bake it in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 35 to 40 minutes. So I love the smell of coffee. Cake. When it was baking in the oven, I couldn't wait to eat it. But you're gonna have to wait for at least 15 minutes to let it cool completely because you want everything to set. And a shout out to these people who voted to make a fall-inspired recipe. This is great to eat while you're drinking hot chocolate or hot cider on a cold day. Let me know in the comments what your favorite fall dessert is, and maybe on my next video, I will feature one of your recipes. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on Thursday on my next upload. Bye guys.
5 years they were roaming around ABU, loitering around until their final year, when they finally said, let me just come for this miracle service. And they graduated in tears. And some of them right now, they are where they are, and every Friday they must buy data and listen to something they would have listened free. Their roommates today are already in ministry. Some of them already have churches, and it's now they are answering the call. It's not too late, but it will not be as easy as it was. That should be a father, but now you are. No knowledge is a waste, but it will not come at that platter of gold. Are we together? For the famine was so severe throughout Egypt, the last verse. And let me build on some things and we pray.
Hey Simply Bakers, today on Simply Bakings, I will be sharing with you these delicious keto-friendly peanut butter chewy cookies. They are so addicting, you guys will love them. Let's begin. For this recipe, all you will need are 4 ingredients: peanut butter, keto-friendly sweetener, vanilla extract, and 1 egg. Then grab a large bowl, and to that bowl you're going to add the peanut butter. It's best if you use natural peanut butter. It requires mixing, so that's when you know it's natural. And if you don't want to use peanut butter, you can use other nut butters you have available. Next, you're going to add your keto-friendly sweetener. I can't remember the name, but it starts with E. I will let you know in the comments or in the recipe what kind of sugar I use. But you can also use coconut sugar, even though some people think it's not keto-friendly. Anyway, you're going to add 1 egg and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. The vanilla extract is actually optional. You can actually make this down to 3 ingredients, but I love the flavor of vanilla extract, so I decided to use it. So you want to make sure everything or all the ingredients are incorporated very well. You don't want to taste just sugar in one part of the cookie. And also, if you notice that your cookie dough is a little bit on the dry side, that is because you probably didn't use a large egg, you used a medium size. So if that happens, you could add up to a tablespoon of your choice of milk. I used almond milk because that happened to me. But only add the 1 tablespoon of almond milk or your choice of milk if the cookie dough is really on the dry side. Because the recipe is good as long as you use a large egg. That's key, a large egg. Anyway, now you're going to scoop the cookie dough onto the cookie sheet and then use your fork and make the famous peanut butter cookie sign. Super easy. Also guys, to get this recipe, head over to my blog Simply Bakings, and it does help me if you head over there. So please do and grab the recipe. So to bake the cookies, you're going to place it in a preheated heated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And once it's done baking, you're going to remove it and let the cookie sit on the cookie sheet for about 3 to 4 minutes. So leave it alone, don't touch it because it will fall apart. Once it's done, or once 4 minutes have passed, transfer the cookies over to a cookie rack and let it cool completely, which shouldn't take long. So once they've cooled, go ahead and take that bite and you will notice how sweet the cookies are and how chewy they are. So they're just classic peanut butter cookies, but keto friendly for those of you who are on a keto diet, and you won't miss out because these cookies are so delicious and addictive. So beware. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you next week. I promise I should have a video up ready. Oh, and I'm going to a conference, the Everything Food Conference. If you guys are there, I would love to meet you. DM me or email me and let's hang out. Bye, guys.
How to maximize your 7 years of abundance. Number 1, What do you do during seasons of abundance? Build capacity.
Hi guys, it's Lainey and welcome back to my channel. I love today's recipe because I only use one bowl to mix all the ingredients, meaning not that many dishes to wash. So for this recipe, you will need 1 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 cup of butter melted, and 4 eggs. Add the sugar, butter, eggs, and mix for about 3 minutes or until it's light and fluffy. For the dry ingredients, you're going to need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of instant coffee granules, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, all-purpose flour, and you're going to add the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients, and I just took my spatula and I mixed it until it was well combined. Finally, add the 3/4 cups of chocolate chips, 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. And doesn't this kind of look like chocolate chip cookie dough? I think I'm missing my Cookie Mondays. That will be back soon, guys, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, transfer the batter into a 9-inch pan which is oiled, and I always cover the bottom of the pan with parchment paper for easy removal. And then you're going to bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 35 to 40 minutes. You can use a toothpick to check if it is finished. So I allowed the cake to cool for about an hour. Then I took my knife and ran it around the edges of the side of the cake so it's easier to release the cake. If you would like, you can keep the cake as is and just serve it, but I decided to make it even taste better by making some homemade cream cheese frosting. I do have a video. I will link that video in the description box so you guys can get the complete recipe. So once I was done frosting the cake, I decided to make it a little bit more festive since Valentine's Day is on Sunday, and I added some heart sprinkles. Guys, this cake was so delicious. I actually think omitting the chocolate chips makes the cake even better, and I love it because you only use one bowl to make this cake. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys and have a good
You can be patient. That money, multiples of it will look for you 1,000 times. The days of abundance are not the days to look for invitation. I am a music minister. Please invite me. I am a man of God. God called me to be an
Hi
apostle
everyone,
and a
today I'm
prophet.
going to be sharing with you how to make turon, which is banana wrapped in pastry wrappers or egg roll wrappers. Let's begin. The ingredients you will need is Boro bananas, which you can get at your Asian market, jackfruit, and spring roll wrappers. I had this in the refrigerator, so I used that one, and some water.
Capacity to defend the grace that is now given to you.
So you're going to open your can of jackfruit, place it in a bowl, then peel your bananas, and then you're going to cut the bananas. I slice the bananas in 3s because that's the way I was taught, but you can cut it however you like. Now this recipe can be made many different ways, and guys, I'm just showing you one way. Be creative. Some people add cheese, sugar, so many ways. Next, I slice the jackfruit thinly.
If you do not have anybody to help you,
Then I place them on a plate and set.
there are families today. Everything they eat is what they worked for. Everything they wear is what they bought. Everywhere they go is where they took themselves to. No, it should not be
Put
like
aside.
that.
Now there are many ways to wrap turon. This is the way I was taught. I'm going to let you watch how I wrap it, and then on the next turon that I'm making, I'm going to explain the steps.
Somebody in your life who likes you enough to be able to invest their time, their reputation, their credibility on your destiny. Are we blessed? Yes, sir. I don't have capital. Capital is not the only thing. Relationships can pay. I met a gentleman one time. And
Easy,
he told me
right?
something. He said,
Let's try it. So you're going to grab your wrapper, then you're going to grab how many bananas you like, grab some jackfruit,
looking for school fees.
then you're going to roll it about halfway, then you're going to grab the ends, fold it in, then you're going to continue rolling, and then add water, and then that's it.
To go go and collect his certificate since 2016. And while he was telling me, he sounded sympathetic. And I told him from 2016 till today, didn't you have classmates? Didn't you go to church?
Let's try it again.
Everybody fail.
Roll it about halfway, fold it in, continue rolling. Then you're going to add some water to help it stay. And when you're finished making all the turon, you're going to fry them until they're nice golden brown.
It is painful to know someone who is not willing to help you because you trivialize relationships. Hear me, dear ones. Some of you will be in departments, some of you will be in your faculty. You will see people whose shoes are not.
So make sure your flame is on medium high because you want it to cook inside as well, just not outside. The color we want is almost there. You're going to see it. There it is. You want it nice golden brown. Then you're going to grab a plate with paper towels on it.
There are so many people today claiming portions of people's.
So let it sit for about 10 minutes so the paper towels can soak up all the oil. Then go ahead and transfer it to your serving plate. Now you can eat this with coconut ice cream or as is. It's really delicious, guys. You're gonna love it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment and like.
Suffer in this life, as far as this life is concerned. If they don't give their life to Christ, for instance, except they go to hell. But as far as this life is concerned, they have connected themselves to too many people who will never forget them.
If you want more Filipino recipes, comment on the bottom and don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.
I met a gentleman I used to know years ago. I was so happy to see him. How are you? Greeted me, we exchanged pleasantries. What are you doing now? Sir, this and that. I said, really?
Wow, vilken söt hund. Fast jag är ju ingen hundkille. Eller?
Spara eller låna till din idé. Santander Consumer Bank.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make mini pumpkin spice muffins. Let's begin. In a large bowl, you're going to add softened butter, some sugar, then you're going to beat it. Once you're finished, you're going to add some vanilla extract, 1 egg, and some pure pumpkin puree. Then you're going to continue beating it. And here is the batter. Doesn't it look really pretty, nice and orange? Then you're going to add a cup of all-purpose flour, then these seasonings: baking soda, allspice, salt, baking powder, pumpkin spice, and cinnamon. Then you're going to mix it. You don't want to overmix this batter because then it's going to become rubbery and you don't want that. So grab your mini muffin pan, you're going to oil it, and you're going to add the batter about halfway. Then you're going to bake it for 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes. Once you're finished, it's going to look like this. Now this part is optional if you want your muffins a little bit more sweet. So you're going to take some butter, dip the muffin pan or muffins in it. Then you're going to grab your sugar and cinnamon mix and just coat it. Then place it on a serving plate. Now, if you don't want to do this part, just keep it as is, just like what I did here. And let me tell you, you guys, this was so good. Here is how it looks like inside. Very fluffy. It's just like a
party in your mouth. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye, guys. So what desserts do you want to see me make for the next few months? Let me know by commenting on the bottom. Thanks, guys.
Listen, take me very serious. You are subtracting from the years of abundance. You hear someone is getting married, God gives you 100,000, you can't take 10,000 and say, look.
Hey guys, it's Lainey and welcome back to Simply Baking. Today I'm sharing with you an easy, delicious Oreo cheesecake. Let's begin. So in a large bowl, you're going to add the crushed Oreos, and to crush it, I just put it in the Ziploc bag and then smashed it using a can. And then I added the butter. And then you're going to mix it until the butter or the Oreos are coated with the butter. Next, you're going to pour the crushed Oreos. This is going to be your crust onto a springform pan, but if you don't have it available, you can use a 9x13-inch pan. And then make sure to spread it apart or spread it across the pan evenly. So I popped the pan into the freezer while I made the filling. So in another large bowl, you're going to add the cream cheese, which is room temperature, the Cool Whip or the whip topping. It's also easier to maneuver or to manage when it's room temperature. And then I added some powdered sugar. And then took my handheld mixer and I mixed this until it was well combined. So next, you're going to add the filling to the crust. And using a spatula, you're going to spread it evenly.
Of their father and the principal is his school. He can do whatever he wants to do with his school. Look at me. Who is in your life now sincerely helping you? Why do you have to call people before they help you? Calculate your age. Who sees you as what he's helping today? There are many preachers, they love God, they are born again, they focus on God, but they ignore men. You pay for the speaker yourself, you pay for the keyboard yourself, you are getting married, even the committee of friends, they come together and you have to pay them again. What sort of it is a kind of business where you don't sell anything, you give like a mad person, but the returns are guaranteed. It's the business of men.
Evenly across the pan.
Don't worry. One day you'll be a doctor. It's all right. Things happen in life.
And then I pop this back in the freezer to make the top layer of the filling. And using the same bowl, I just added the milk and the chocolate pudding, and using a whisk, I mixed it until it kind of thickened. It takes about 2 minutes, and then I set it aside to allow it to thicken more. So I hope that made sense. So anyway, after about 5 minutes, the chocolate pudding thickened. It should look like this when you're done. And then you're just going to add it on top of the cream cheese filling. And then using a spatula, you're going to spread it evenly across the cake. With the extra Oreos that you have, you go ahead and sprinkle it across the cake. So you're going to pop this in the freezer for about 2 hours. And then right before you're going to serve this, you're going to thaw it out for about 15-20 minutes. So I brought this for Thanksgiving, and this was such a huge hit. Everybody loved it. It was so delicious, and it was on the sweet side, but if you're a chocolate lover and an Oreo lover, you will definitely love this. The crust was great. I honestly think that the Oreo crust is the best part of the cheesecake. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any friends who love Oreos, please share this video with them. They will love it. I will see you on my next upload. Bye, guys.
Stupid girl, where are you, ma? She will come. Whereas and the Holy Spirit is saying, don't do this. She will come, Madam, I had a dream. In that dream, I saw you crying in the future. Is you are witch that is the beats the girl and is remnants of food you give her. There's a special place that they gave her souvenir for wedding. Where are you? Yeah, come and take your own. And the girl is eating with gratitude. And
Summer is just around the corner. It's time to make mango shake. Let's begin. So the ingredients you'll need is 2 mangoes. These mangoes are Filipino mangoes. You can use whatever mangoes that you have available, but just make sure that it's ripe. And then you're going to cut the cheeks of the mango. Then take a spoon and you're going to remove the fruit of the mango. Don't touch the skin, and then add it to the blender. Then add 1 1/2 cup of ice, half a cup of water, 1/4 cup of evaporated milk, sugar. Then blend it for about 3 minutes, or until everything is mixed in. Then pour your mango shake into a cup. What's your favorite kind of smoothie or shake that you like to drink during the summer? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye guys. Click to subscribe for more awesome recipes, like and share with your friends, and watch more of my yummy, awesome videos.
They were in positions where they would have the names of 100 people. They didn't have anybody until one day stroke hit them, and now the company had to retire them. Why do you want people to bless you when you didn't raise anybody? Don't you know when you raise people, it's a cushion for your own self? There are music artists today who did not raise anybody.
Hey guys, it's Lainey and welcome back to Simply Bakings. Today I'm going to be sharing with you another no-bake recipe, and it's banana ice cream. 3 different flavors. So let's begin. So the main ingredient you will need is frozen bananas. When you freeze the bananas, you want to cut them. Don't put them whole because they're harder to blend. So you're going to blend the bananas. It almost looks like soft serve ice cream. So that's the consistency you want to get. And then once you're done blending it, you're going to add the ingredients to flavor the bananas. Or you can just keep it as is. So for the first flavor, I made s'mores banana ice cream. So after I finished blending it, I added the crushed graham crackers, unsweetened cocoa powder, and miniature marshmallows. Then I blended it up for probably about 5 to 10 seconds.
Almost finished?
Almost finished. What else can that be? You're going to dip it in yogurt?
Work on that.
It's so pretty.
All my life I've wanted to have a big family Christmas.
Remember, we're happy to be here.
It's gonna be
A very good Christmas.
And that's it. Then I scooped it into my bowl. And it really did taste like ice cream, but this is a healthier alternative, so you don't feel as bad. For the second flavor, I made Nutella ice cream. So after I blended the bananas, I just grabbed some Nutella and I added it in and let it mix until everything was well combined. So then I scooped it into my bowl. Now guys, these melt really easily, so just make sure to pop it in the freezer before it melts. And then for my last flavor, I made Oreo banana ice cream. This really tasted like regular Oreo ice cream. It was really good. So for this one, instead of blending the bananas first, I added the Oreos with the bananas to make sure it will really incorporate together. So I had to stop the blender once to mix in all of the bananas and Oreos together, but after the first time, it blended very well. Then you're going to scoop the banana ice cream into your bowl. I know you guys will really enjoy this recipe. It's so refreshing and a bit on the healthier side. So thank you for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. This helps spread the message to other people who want to learn how to bake. And just so you know, I upload 2 videos a week. On Mondays,
Almost finished.
Almost finished. What else can that be? You're going to dip it in yogurt.
To him who sits on the throne. Acts chapter 9 from verse 36. Help us, media. We're reading to 42. Now watch this. Peter came to a place in Joppa. The Bible says in Joppa there was a disciple.